Body intelligence, however, remains an absolutely essential part of our well-being. So when you get in touch with your body, when you're able to listen to the sensations and interpret what they mean, you have an amazing ability to improve your health, and not just your health, but your life enjoyment as well. It helps to guide the decisions that you make. It helps guide the relationships that you choose. It even helps guide the health providers that you see to help you feel better. And in this book, I can help you use your body intelligence, and I teach you step by step how to do so that you can have the ability to have more vigor, more life in this beautiful life that you've been given. So when I talk about body intelligence, I divide it into 4 different steps. The first step is gathering data. Now that can be anything from your blood pressure to your pulse, to your weight, or even lab values such as your cholesterol or your blood sugar. That's all important. The second step is then feeling the actual sensations of your body, really noting how your belly feels, how, do you have a tingling or tightness in your chest, these kinds of things. The third step is what I call feel, and it's associating the feelings or the emotions that are associated with that sensation, because belly pain doesn't always mean that you have an ulcer, right? It can mean that you're scared or upset or worried, and those are important associations for us to understand. And the fourth level is discernment. And discernment helps you put together the data you've gathered, the sensations that you feel, and the emotions associated with them, so that you can tell a story about what your body is trying to tell you. It's like trying to interpret a new language, body language, and we use those 4 steps to help us understand it. One is certainly getting enough sleep, and I know that sounds basic, but it's perhaps the most important because it's the one that people do the worst at in our modern society. And drinking more caffeine does not make up for lack of sleep. So fine to have a little coffee in the morning or tea, but you have to sleep enough because it improves your mood, your energy, your concentration, and your creativity. Secondly, you need some kind of physical activity. So we were made for being active all day long. We would have died otherwise. We had to gather food, we had to create shelter. Being active was an important part of being human. And now, many of us, we sit at a computer all day long, which is not just hard on our neck and our back, but actually leads to fatigue. So some activity, even if you decide to stand up at your desk, or perhaps you set a timer so that you get up and walk around during your day, or you take a walk over lunch, or you decide to ride your bike to work, for example. All of those things make a big difference in your energy level, because exercise doesn't sap our energy, it actually gives us energy, as long as we're not overdoing it. And then thirdly, there are medical conditions that can actually cause fatigue, and I give specific directions in BodyWise on what you can ask your doctor to look for, such as thyroid disease or adrenal depletion or anemia, low red blood cell count. All of these are important to rule out, and in fact, fairly easy to treat. And then lastly, some of us are fatigued because we are depressed or we're bored. And that really has to do with an aspect of one of the fundamentals of health that I talk about, called purpose and love. So we want to think deeply about what are we choosing to do with our days and what are we choosing to do with our lives. Because as I know you know, when you're excited about your day, let's say you're on vacation or you're with someone that you love dearly, you have a sense of excitement and energy about you. And when you're not, and when you're not inspired or you don't feel any sense of purpose, it's much more common to feel tired. So attending to all of those things is an important way for us to regain our vitality.